Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Galactic Civilizations 2 with me, Thomas Merrick. And we're actually going to start in the ship designer screen this time. Um, Spent a little bit about half an hour here designing this monstrosity of a ship. I had an idea. I wanted to have this kind of like counter rotation thing back here for an engine compartment. So that's kind of what I designed the entire ship around. But this is going to be our first Mark I Marauder ship. This is going to be our main battleship for the medium size, at least for now. I've got two Railgun Mark IIs, I believe they are. Yeah, Railgun Mark IIs. And I've got one ion drive. And I've got three of the titanium armor, so you can see that reflected here. I put the armor on because the humans are probably going to be our first opponent, and they seem to be focusing on their railguns. So, and railguns is just because I like the idea of having these big guns, big honking guns. So that is what we got. Splendor, and I used the base, the actual just you can see it under here, right there. It's just a kind of a generic block that you can just build out. So this entire ship is something I just built basically using all these extra parts here, which if I show you the extra parts here, you can see here the whole collection of them. So it turned out okay. It wasn't exactly what I was after, but that's just because of the limitation of the extra parts. I'm kind of wondering if there's mods out there that just add more of these parts. But I am happy with it. I mean, I piddled around with it until I got something I really liked. So this is what we are going to be using, the Marauder Mark I's, and hopefully it will be enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow these last. Now this one I'll go ahead and change, but this other I'm going to let that last constructor build. In fact, I'm going to launch this. I want to see if I can actually just refit this into one of the Marauders. Yeah. Oops. Did it do it? Next week. So next week that will turn into a Marauder. Let's go ahead and we're going to build. Seems to take just as much time as a construction ship. So we'll see how that turns out. We're building temples apparently. Well, we're researching temples. And I believe the humans are fighting with the Yor, last I looked. Yeah. Lots of red lines. That's what I like to see. All the red lines except for here. Excellent. Alright, let's see how this pans out. There it is. The flagship. Our first Marauder ship. Looks very spindly, but I like it. I wonder what this constructor is doing. Probably something I wouldn't approve of. Let's go and get our temples. More temples. Short and sweet to the point. Improve the morale of the people, our people with temples. Okay. Shrine of Mithra. I don't know what that is. What is this? Super project. We can have one of them. Morale, some extra research, industry, blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't need that. Don't really need that. What I do need, more miniaturization would be nice. Some actual... What's this geranium? It's a different kind of armor, apparently. Gives 2 defense. As opposed to titanium armor, it only gives 1 defense. So why in the world does it branch out like that? That seems strange. So it appears we need the duranium armor. That would be Really nice. Superior uranium would even be better. Okay. So many choices. So what's this divergent evolution? How do the Altarians and the Drath end up so different? That's another one of these. It's a healing spell. Biosphere modulator. One per planet. There's a lot of these extra. The Drath have a lot of. I'm not used to having this many technologies. Do they all have just like littered, or is it just something the Drath because they're so their story is so intertwined with? Might just be that. So intertwined with the Altarians and precursors. What did we get here? Allows the construction of militarized star bases. They're already doing militarized star bases. Although I guess this lets you specialize them. It gives you the ray shielding. Yeah, it actually gives you a lot of stuff. Combat armor, missile defense, yeah. Well, we are kind of... 4 weeks, but that only opens up. It doesn't actually give you anything. Or does it? No, it just opens up. Faster ships, not really. What's a superior hull? This goes into large scale gives you more hit points. I'm kind of wondering why we can't actually do alliances. I researched this tech, but it doesn't actually show up in the... I wonder if it's down here. Our Majesty. Some people's gas really doesn't stink. Well, let's go for this geranium, because that's just a straight up improvement on what I'm currently using. There's our last constructor for a little while. I still need to get battle stations down here. Thank you. And we're going to start building Marauders. So let's pass some time and get some stuff built. What? Turn around the threats going. I suggest we quietly supply arms and money to any who are actively at war with them. I'm glad somebody else agrees. You want to be in an alliance? Yes, they do. Do I want to be in an alliance with them? See, the thing with alliances is if I ally with them, I'll get pulled into their wars. So... I mean, I've been spending all this time trying to get alliances, and now I'm like backing off on it a little bit here. What do you have that I want? Lasers, not really. Mass drivers... Are mass drivers better than railguns? I don't know. Something to look up, I guess. What's this base logistics? You know what? I wouldn't mind having that. And advanced computings. I will give you extreme colonization. Wow, they really want that. What? 943. Okay, that's actually just too good of a deal. Here we go. Xenobusiness, xenoengineering. And you know what? I'll pay out a little bit more money. Or not. Okay, fine. Yeah, 2 techs for 2 techs. That'll work. This gives us smart drones, helper bots. Really? Might have to look into that. Technological capital. That doesn't really interest me. And logistics looks like I have bigger fleets, which we're getting bigger ships, so we're going to need that. Thank you. Come again. You know, these guys are actively at war. Let's see, is there anything you want? What do you have that I would want? What's this harpoon? Nah. Barren world? No. That's just a missile, isn't it? Yeah. High level missile. Let's look at the, I mean, I know I spent a little time on the tech tree already, but I'm wanting to see the missile weapons here. Or, I'm sorry, the ballistic weapons. Where are you at? Ballistic weapons. There's defense theory, space weapons, mass driver. Yeah, we're in railguns. And railguns give... unlocks the Marauder. You see, that's what I'm talking about. This helps you unlock a Marauder Mark 1 now. Well, it does 1 damage. Where is the mass drivers? Well, looky here. These are special Drath weapons over here. Singularity drivers. That sounds awesome as all heck. There's mass driver theory. But I don't see mass drivers. Should it not be here? That's strange. A gecko. I think I'm going to work towards this photonic torpedo. Singularity driver. That sounds really cool. There's disruptors up here. That's a Drath only weapon. Oh, it says I'm researching. I don't want to research. I would much rather research railguns. That's what it's calling, mass driver. Okay, this technology is called... That's confusing. I wonder why it does that. So if we could somehow get... Let me go talk to the... We really get ahead on our... Where are you at? You. I want to talk to you. Oh, you're busy now because I stopped talking to you. If we could actually have him give us that technology, we would really get ahead on the on our research into the pulse cannons here, which these do 2 damage per thing, and they take up about pretty much as much space as the railguns. Doesn't really show it here, but the space every time every upgrade here on the railgun will actually reduce the size overall size of the railgun. All right, we can't do this heavy stuff. We need to get back down into what's this general life support give us? Extra range. Nah. Give me sensors. I forget what we were doing. It's just 2 seconds ago. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and get our last one on him. How far our ships can see into the interstellar night is always a significant concern. We want to have good sensor range, but we don't want to use too much space for it. Yeah, that's kind of my issue. You can get perimeter scanners on star bases now, though. That's nice. Wouldn't be too hard to actually just upgrade that again. Oh, it was starbase construction, I think. Maybe we were doing. I don't know. Or was it duranium? It was duranium. That's a straight up upgrade. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Massive Freighter and the Your Collective. Good. Thank you. Give me more ships. That looks nothing like the Marauder. Yes. Yeah, we can have two of these grouped together at a time. We need more logistics, honestly. Well, let's get the Duranium. Our Duranthium is a new type of armor that is made up of all kinds of composite metals and non-metals to form a material that is neither brittle nor particularly giving. Duranthium absorbs much of the kinetic energy from mass drivers, which vastly decreases the amount of damage that a given mass driver can do. Alright, let's go ahead and do the next upgrade of it. I'll go ahead and check in here. I want to see if it would be worth refitting the old Marauders with that right now. Duranthium class 7. I don't think I can. I think I need to get it back down to this Titanium Armor 3. That's what I was using, yeah. So, well, if I take all three of these off and only put on 2 Duranthium, it's actually still better. Still, I'm researching, well, I've got 1 point left over. If I take off 2 to 1, no, we'll wait. We'll wait. Well, so much for that starbase, Your Collective. Who are they? What are these guys? Let me take a... Yeah, they got 4... these things will still do damage to us, but we, I think, outgun them. They have no armor. We would end up doing 2 points per turn. These things are still kind of scary, and they're just light fighters. I really want to boost up our armor. Well, I guess that's going to have to call it quits for now. That's about the 20-minute mark, I think. I'm going to go a little nuts. So we'll see you next time. Have a good one.